What up, guys? Kevin here. Happy hump day. Go hump something, consensually, of course. And you know who's not doing a lot of humping these days? PlayStation to their quality, because their quality is shit. Look at this. Look at this. I didn't even know. I had no idea The Last of Us Part 1 was coming to PC. I had no idea. I didn't know until it launched. Actually, not until way after it launched in the day when people were reporting that, hey, this PC port is not so good. Mostly negative. Wow. What's going on? I just hear the game is crashing. The shaders take forever to load. That must be like a PC thing. Shaders, PC. You weird PC guys and your shaders and your sliders. Hey, you do you. You do you. Have fun humping the sliders. Wow. Like, here's the thing. Jim Ryan took over PlayStation, 2019? I know he's been there for a while, but he took over as the head guy, 2019? And now we're starting to see stuff that happens under his watch. We're starting to see a more cinematic approach, I would say. All their games are turning into movies and TV shows, which I have an issue with that. I'll get to that in a minute. And then you have the TV shows that are already out, and they go, holy crap, we got to get this game out. They're going to miss the bus. Now, we know The Last of Us Part 1 on PS5 did well because of the show. And it's very obvious The Last of Us Part 1 on PC was rushed out to try to catch the waning momentum of the TV show. And look what happened. It's, Sony, that was the one thing that we can all count on them for, was the quality. But, it's just PC. It's just PC, but it is a PlayStation product. Now, it is by the port studio, I think Iron Galaxy, is that their name? Who did Arkham Knight. We know how that turned out. But still, it's all on PlayStation. PlayStation went to Iron Galaxy and said, you take our most story-beloved franchise right now and port it to PC. And this is what happens. This is not good. I'm not trying to concern troll, but I was watching an interview with Papa John's. That one, was it the sweaty interview? It was one of those he was doing. Shout out to him. Fascinating dude. And I would know, I worked at Papa John's, and they were all about quality. I loved it. I love that they were all about quality until I needed to do a delivery, and they took my pizza to grade. I'm like, hey, dickhead, I need to deliver this pizza. They take it out of the oven, and they take out the little templates and everything to make sure there's the right amount of whatever. Okay. But no, he said, their quality is slipping. We were at a 9 or 10. Now it's like an 8.8. And that just becomes like the new ceiling. And then it just gets lower and lower from that. And I think that's true, because I haven't had Papa John's in a while. Last time I had it, not so good. That's what's happening with Jim Ryan. Sean Layden and Bros and Hoes, brought that quality. They brought that standard to PlayStation last generation. This generation, it's money, Jim Ryan money. Crying Jim Ryan, well, we'll set that aside for now. It's all about profits. It's all about money. What makes money? Oh, let's try to feed these two. Let's make our games into TV shows and TV shows into games and stuff. Go back and forth. Now, my issue with that is, of course, we see what happened here. All right, what about Last of Us? They do Last of Us Part 2 season. What about Last of Us Part 3? They may not even be working on it. Are they going to rush that game out? I actually have a theory that The Last of Us Factions or multiplayer game that's coming out supposedly this year, I think that's going to be part 3. I think so. I think they're just going to call it part 3. Even though it might not be like a proper single player game, Last of Us game. But that's it. Then we got Ghost of Tsushima. Are they going to rush out to get the Ghost of Tsushima game part 2 out in time for the movie and so on and so on? Like, it's not a good sign if you're a PlayStation. I think Jim Ryan needs to go. I mean, not just because of this. I mean, just because he went lying to the regulators. I mean, I am surprised if nothing happens with Jim Ryan and PlayStation, how they misled the regulators. Like wasting people's time and tax-paying money. Like, that aside, but this isn't a good sign here. This isn't a good sign that the quality is slipping. I know Naughty Dog, well, I don't know. Didn't they work with Iron Galaxy? I don't think Iron Galaxy did all on their own. But I'm sure Naughty Dog signed off on it. I'm sure PlayStation signed off on it. Somebody at PlayStation signed off on it to release in this state. Like, not a good sign. It is not a good sign. And there's been recent PC ports that weren't too great. I think this might be the worst one. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't really market it. I didn't know until yesterday this was out. But hey, hopefully you got your money back. Shout out to Steam. You can get your money back if you haven't played for more than 2 hours. Really love their policy there. And it may seem like I'm hating on the game. I played the game last year. I enjoyed it. It was a fun little romp. Now we're $70. I think this one's $50. So a little bit more fair price, but not a good sign for PlayStation. Their quality is slipping. I mean, even like last generation, they were getting like 90s, 90 plus. I know God of War Ragnarok got like a 95, but that was just, everyone played that game and it was really that memorable. Like a week later, nobody was talking about it. Same with like Horizon Forbidden West. I think I'm the only one that was talking about that game. I think their standout this generation so far is Returnal. I think Returnal is the big winner for PlayStation in terms of just something new, fresh, and different. And I think it was quality. I know there was issues at launch, but me personally, of course, Horizon Forbidden West, but people didn't like it. And that game, again, that game did not come out in a good state. You guys got to remember, Horizon Forbidden West was completely unplayable for me. It took them like months later, they did a big patch, and it took me buying a TV, and I was like, all right, I'll check out this TV playing Horizon Forbidden West. And I was like, oh my God, they finally fixed everything. It's not a shimmering, flickering, buggy mess. You know, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. All right. Anyways, I got to go. Jim Ryan's got to go. But I'll talk to you later. Later.